What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Happy July 17th, Wednesday. It is a big day, guys. It's Disneyland's 69th anniversary. So today I wanted to do something special. Just wanted to hang out with you guys, celebrate Disney, talk about my time as a cast member there, and all this we're going to be doing while we play Disneyland Adventures. So I have that for the Xbox. It's on my home console. I guess I can play it on Game Pass. You can do it on your PC now. So I figured, why not? I'll boot it up. It's been a minute since I played. I played with my wife, and I've been helping out her character a lot. But I haven't really made a character for me. I haven't played for myself. That volume just blew up in my ears. I'm like, oh shit, hold on. So yeah, I haven't played myself. So I'm gonna make a character, go around, and I guess just talk about my days at Disney. So if you guys have any questions about what it was like when I worked there, or just any off the wall questions, I mean it's doors are open. You can say whatever you want, ask whatever you want. I'm good. So, but let's boot this up. Let's jump on in. We're over here doing the Disneyland Adventures game. I'm gonna turn it up slightly so that way I think. There you go. Yeah. So that way I'm not too distracted, but you guys can hear the game as well. And if you need me to turn it down, just let me know. But yeah, so see, I got a couple save files here. The 57% was for my wife. So this game was made, what was it, 2017, and it had life in. It was upstairs in Innoventions, and I think at the time they turned it into Marvel Superhero HQ. That was kind of short-lived, so the Interventions building itself is still there. Right now, it's just a like a spot for annual pass holders. But that was my home for a while, actually. That was home when I became an attractions lead in Tomorrowland Attractions back in 2015. Or it was 2016, I think, all the way to 2017. Because 2015, they did a soft opening for Star Wars Launch Bay. So when I became a lead, that was when you could go in, and downstairs, it was during the Star Wars celebration. So they had the libraries. You could meet Darth Vader. You could meet Chewbacca. Then eventually they added Boba Fett, Kylo Ren, and Rey. But that was part of my tenure there until 2017. That was like my last day. So, let me give me some style here. But again, thank you guys. Oh no, I'm not done yet. No, I'm not done. So, boy, let's see. How do I do this? Okay, so let's do that. Okay, now I want style. Give me some style. Give me tops. Well, I guess it's fine. I guess I'm done. It said, okay, you're ready. You're ready to go. Just jump in. So, okay, we're getting an autograph book. I'm gonna kind of pay attention to what's going on. It's kind of hard to tell what he's saying. Yeah, it looks like I'm not even giving you audio on that side either, huh? Huh. Did it cut it out just because he started talking? That's weird. Let me know if your guys' audio's fine. That's crazy, though. Okay, let me fix this real quick. We're gonna go back. That's so weird that I can't hear him. So hold on. Let me actually jump into the start. We're gonna go ahead and go to settings, as I just passed the settings, and see if I got the audio turned down. Music. Okay, let's get to the music. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you hear that, don't you? Okay, so music's up. Speech. Let's get that speech up. Okay, speech is up. Effects. We could do all that. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna turn it down for me, but you should be able to hear it just fine. Right? Okay, looks like everything's good. Cool. Oh, it's so weird. It's like an auto-adjusted. So, let's talk to Mickey again. Interact. Wave. I think I need to get his book, right? Dude, it automatically just adjusted it, huh? You can still hear him. Okay, sign my autograph book. While I try to figure out the controls here. If you guys have any questions, again, feel free to ask. But once I finish doing the settings here. Okay, so I need to get autographs for the 6. My time at Disney started back in 2011. I actually interviewed for Disney November 11th, 2011. And for gamers out there, that was when Elder Scrolls Skyrim came out. So I got hired on the spot. That was a fun time. Um, I remember going in, it was TDA, Team Disney Anaheim. And when I went in to go do the interview, I think it was Cars. No, it wasn't Cars 2. It could have been Cars 2. It was 2011. I think it was Cars 2 that was playing. But I do remember going in, speaking to the interviewer, and just gushing about how much I love Disney. So for those who don't know, growing up, I was an annual pass holder pretty much my whole life. We'd find excuses to go to Disneyland like every 2 months. That was the kind of family that I had. And so when I went to interview there, you know, I was pretty much guaranteed in. They either offered me between parking or vacation planning. So when he asked which one I wanted, I told him pretty much, I just want whatever's going to get me up the ladder faster. I wanted to get in there. I wanted to be Disney committed. That was my career. So I ended up going to vacation planning in 2011. So my first day was December 6th, 2011. And I mean, it was a great time. So in guest relations, they're the ones that sit in the ticket booths in between Disneyland and California Adventure. So I had the red outfit, I had the white hat, and I sold annual passes. I worked with guest relations closely too. So because I was always in the booth in the back that had it was booth number 8. They had guest relations had their own little separate section, and I went from selling day tickets to upgrading to annual passes to some days doing guest control. Some days they would have me go do guest controls out in the Toy Story parking lot. And this is all part-time. So when I first started at Disneyland, I was hired on as a part-time cast member. No full-time guarantees, right? And from there, in order to get full-time, you either applied in your department and you waited until full-time was available, or you transferred out to wherever there was full-time. And for me at the time, I transferred over to California Adventure night custodial. So I was third shift. And I transferred out there about 2012. So I became part of the opening crew for Buena Vista Street and Cars Land. So those two lands, those expansions opened up in June, I believe, of 2012, like 2 days apart. But they were part of the overhaul for California Adventure back when it first opened, it didn't necessarily have an image other than it was a California Adventure. And it didn't have an identity. It didn't have anything. It had, you know, favorites for us. Like, I loved California Dreams. I loved Superstar Limo. That was short-lived. The Who Wanted to Be a Millionaire, Play It. All kinds of attractions that were there that just, I guess, didn't vibe with people. So, you know, Disney needed to change it. And they gave it that Pixar overhaul. Superstar Limo was replaced with Monsters, Inc., but that was way early. Let me think of a good example. So World of Color. World of Color was 2011, I think, but that was like the start of the overhaul, right? So you had World of Color. You had California Dreams, or Golden Dreams, I'm sorry. That one was replaced with The Little Mermaid. And then they did Cars Land at Buena Vista Street. So going into night custodial and being like the opening cruise, we were cleaning those out before guests were even allowed to see us. So it's a lot of perks, you know, to being a cast member. Unfortunately, it wasn't the pay. But, like, you had sign-in privileges. You had just being able to be in the park, being able to wander around, go backstage nonstop. It was awesome, you know. Seeing a lot of things that guests didn't get to see. So I remember when I first hired on in 2011, one of the perks that we had was Christmas parties. And I got to celebrate the last Christmas party in California. So I took my dad with me because he was the big Disney fan, right? Super Disney nut. And he was the whole reason why I even fell in love with Disney to begin with. So he actually got to come with me to this party. And it's one of the best memories that I'll ever have, you know, working there, was being able to take him and do stuff like that. Because they closed the park early. They let the cast members run around. You have your treats, you had everything. And you could just ride the rides and hang out with other cast members, introduce your family. It was cool stuff, man. And that's one of my favorite memories of, going to the parties with my dad. So he unfortunately had passed away a couple of years later, but yeah, that man was the whole reason why I even have this love for Disney to begin with. So, but continuing on, I think in 2012, after I had become part of the opening crew for Cars Land, Buena Vista Street, and whatnot, um, I didn't switch actually. I stayed in night custodial up until I retired. Oh, retired. I quit. What's up, my boy? Tribal Chief in the house. What's up, Prince? How we doing, brother? Doing Disney gaming tonight, man. Talking about my experience. Dude, I love this game, man. This game's pretty fun. Just, I don't even know what I'm doing here right now. Actually, I just gotta match the arrow or something. But you're kind of getting my life story with Disney right now. And right now I have no idea what I'm doing with this thing. Am I supposed to do something? Am I fire? Oh, I'm supposed to shoot fireworks. Dude, I've been missing this whole time. There we go. Oh, that's fun. I forget, you play this game with the Kinect. Did you end up getting that Mario game, bro? Oh, I forgot there's secrets that you get in this game too. I remember seeing this in Interventions, playing this with your hands. So it's part of the Kinect, right? So let me go back to my story before I get too distracted. But yeah, I spent a good chunk of my days in night custodial DCA learning the ropes, learning the different parts of custodial, right? So you had 4 different departments, or 4 different, I guess, areas. Maybe 5 actually. You did, it's all good. My uncle told me she wants me to have my uncle's Ula Fala. Ula Fala wants me to have my, what is an Ula Fala, my boy? What's an Ula Fala? Is that like Roman Reigns thing? Like the beads? Now I'm confused. What was I saying now? It's the necklace. Oh, you got one! You have one in the family? Oh, sick. Hey, that's awesome. That's heritage, bro. If you get it, I gotta see it. Show me pics. So, now where was I? Oh, here we go. Let's press X. New fireworks. So, being in custodial, nighttime, I did 4 different things. So you did restrooms. You had restroom routes. You had kitchen routes. And then if you were lucky, you got attraction routes. So attraction and store routes, I guess they kind of put 2 and 2 together. Stores were easy, man. Stores, you just changed out the trash cans, did a little vacuuming. Certain rides, you'd lock out, tag out. Let's see. Yeah, it was great. My great pop-pop, that was my uncle supposed to go to my dad, but he found something next one. Yo, that's awesome, brother. Let me know when you do get it. I want to see that. Let me know when you get Mario Wonder 2 so we can throw down. Back on custodial again. By next week. Oh, hell yeah, my boy. If you want to hop in the chat, I'll open it up too. I'll try to open up the control room in a little bit so I can get you in here if you want to hang out and celebrate. So we can talk. It's all story time tonight, buddy. You're hearing all about my glory days in custodial and all my other departments and all my other awesome misadventures. I'm missing these things, damn it. Give me those hidden stuff. Yeah, I missed one already, so I think I only got 9 secrets. But I was not a fan of restrooms, I'll tell you that. Restrooms was quite literally a shit show. Cleaning those overnight. It was gross. Kitchens, second worst. There we go. But stores, attractions by far are my favorite thing to do. I loved walking tracks and cleaning out ride vehicles and all the good stuff, man. I had a blast doing that stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, during my time as a night custodian, I had to cut that short back in August of 2012, or it was 2013, actually. It was August 22nd. I had got the call that my dad had passed away during my shift. And, yeah, that kind of broke me. So I was gone from the Walt Disney Company for a little over a year. And I won't forget, I had my manager there. His name was Dave Sakurai. He's a great man. Wanted to give me some time off, maybe about 6 months, to see what was going down, because by that point I had lost my hero. I lost my inspiration, my love for Disney a lot. He was gone, so it still hurts, to this day. The man was everything, but I was able to do some cool stuff for him before he passed as a cast member. I got to take him to the Christmas parties. I actually got to, I know the feeling. Yeah, it's rough. But he's here in spirit, right? Our loved ones are always here with us. So, but, I was able to do so much cool stuff with the man when he was around. So, we actually got to go to the Walt Disney Studios back in 2012, I think. I was able to take him and my mom. They were doing, I think, the Muppets show. They had a giant billboard in Glendale. It was the Walt Disney Studios. It was for cast members. I think the only other way you could go in, I don't even think D23 was doing it at the time. But you can go in, you could do the tour, kind of get lost. We got lost. We went to the archives, went and had their Starbucks, wandered around near Walt Disney's office, couldn't go inside, unfortunately. You know how they were back then. But I think back in 2012, it wasn't even being used for anything. So we got lost. We got lost wandering around the studio a lot. And you got to understand that my dad was like a kid in a candy store. Like, he was living the Disney dream, like, through me. And I loved it. I love that I got to share that kind of magic with the man. So, I still feel his presence when we go to the Disney parks. So I got memories back even when the Disneyland Hotel still wasn't new. They still had the downstairs, if anyone remembers the Disneyland Hotel, in the back near the Frontier Tower. You could actually go downstairs. They had waterfalls, and there's a little fountain. That's tucked in a corner. Right now it's the Vacation Club spot, and it's the Vacation Club Hotel now. But it used to be a little corner, and it had a water fountain, and it was like the precursor to World of Color, because it would shoot water fountains, right? It had a little light show, and it would do it to music. It would do it to things like Captain EO or the Tiki Room or just little Disney things. And I know they still got videos of it on YouTube. I remember that. But I remember I dropped my Stormtrooper, my C-3PO figure, in that pond, and my dad had to go get it from that fountain. So, I wasn't always the easiest kid. But, these are the memories that you cherish, right? So, I can't move that camera. It didn't do anything for me. I wonder if I caught that in frame. So, I took a year off of Disney. Unfortunately, I didn't listen to my old manager, Dave Sakurai, because he was trying to retain my seniority and everything, but he knew that if I left and it was over 6 months, I'd have to start from scratch. But honestly, I didn't even know if I was going to come back to Disney after dealing with a loss like that. So, but I came back. I came around. It only took a year and 1 month. So, I came back. I came back in October of 2014. So from September of 2013 to October of 2014, I made my grand comeback. And I came back into Tomorrowland Attractions. That was my new home. And my first ride was the Finding Nemo submarine voyage. So for that, let's go ahead over to the submarines. Because this is probably going to give me the most accurate description of the subs, of the parks when I worked there. So, I'm looking at this game and I'm going down memory lane. Like, I'm remembering the carts. That looks like a ride through. This is where you get to meet Tinker Bell. Wait, do they have the footprint? Is the footprint there? Footprint's not there. Maybe the footprint is still over here. Oh, there's the footprint. There's the Yeti footprint. So, yeah, 2014, my grand return, my first. They still had phones. That's right, because this game is 2017. They still had the phones here. The payphones. I don't even know what they have there anymore. But let's go hang out in Tomorrowland. Let's go see. This was it. This was my ride. My very first ride back. And there actually is my favorite sub, the Voyager. 307. That was my favorite sub. You could hear the sounds. You can hear the seagulls. There's 8 subs. So let me see if I can remember them. They had the Nautilus. They had Neptune. They had Voyager. They had Mariner. There was Scout. Argonaut. And I'm missing, I think, like 2 more. And I'm trying to remember. All I know is that Neptune was the worst and Voyager was the best. Neptune was always on that assist track on the left. If you kind of like peek over, you have the one that's in the loading dock, but then there would be one on the left, and that would always be Neptune, always getting worked on, always broken. The HVAC wasn't working, so the AC was always busted. And I'll kind of go over how this looks. So, look, you can kind of get damn near. Wait, another Voyager, huh? You can kind of get close. So, if you look at the subs, you can see the little windows. That's where the helmsman would go. So you'd go down into the subs, and you'd head up to the little box. So there's a little ladder in between the seats. So you go up, and as the helmsman, you drive the sub pretty much around the lagoon, through the cave, and back out. And you had to hit certain cues. The ride itself was probably about 20 minutes from start to finish. So you had people that worked the dock. You had the people that would work the front hatch, the rear hatch. You had the one that was on the desk here. I'm trying to remember. There were helmsmen. I'm trying to remember what we called the dock, but it's been a minute. So you would do your rotations as cast members. You'd rotate. You'd rotate from the front hatch to the inside, then to the outside, then you'd break. Or you'd be lucky, and you'd get to hang out here and do guest control and work the line. That was always my favorite spot, believe it or not. Because working the line, you get to hang out here in front. So this would be where, right, the queue Finding Nemo Submarine Voyages. So you have a cast member kind of posted here, right? So during 2015, they had bands over there on the stage. So over here on the Tomorrowland Terrace stage, you'd have bands. And they would play covers of Disney music. So they'd play, like, the DuckTales intro theme. But there's a band that was like a ska band. So, you know, you're talking like early 2000s, maybe Tony Hawk days. And, like, they had the trumpets blowing. They were doing DuckTales. It was that alternative rock. It was ska. That's the genre that it was. And I'll never forget that, because hanging out in the front with my buddies, just being able to talk to guests, make magic, and listen to these bands, just, those were the days, man. Yeah, I really got to interact with the guests once I was in Tomorrowland Attractions. In vacation planning and guest control, I kind of had it, right? I kind of got to interact with them, but not too much. It was when I was in Tomorrowland Attractions that I really got to shine, really got to interact. So I have to get the game tomorrow. Which one? The Mario one or the Nintendo World Championships? Or both? Is it both? So let's see. Also, fun little Easter egg. Let me see, what is it? Wonders. Oh. Do it, bro, and we'll play it. I'm down to play Mario Wonder with you. It should be co-op, so I should be able to start from scratch, or I should be able to jump in with you. So, oh, they do have it. Okay, so they do have the Easter egg here. So if you look up that little pipeline, the seawater supply TL59. So the TL is Tomorrowland. The 59 is the year that the submarines, the monorail, and the Matterhorn all opened. So little Easter egg for you guys there. Also, there's this room over here. There's, I mean, kind of, imagine if you will. There's a room here. Not that one, I guess. That's like my office. Actually, you'd go on the other side. But this room would be for those guests who couldn't get on the submarine, that had like anxiety or just the claustrophobia. Like they're claustrophobic. You could get in this room and you could watch the show. Still there to this day, without having to board the subs. So it's very inclusive, very cool. I loved driving the submarines too, though. Don't get me wrong. If you did, though, you're in the subs for about an hour per rotation. So you're driving them 3 trips, 20 minutes each. So full hour rotation, you're doing 3 trips. And the subs, you had goals. You had to like hit certain markers, right? So you'd have to do your full throttle. It'd be what we call the lights, camera, action, because you had this whole control panel in front of you in the submarines. So you have to hit your lights, camera, and then you'd full throttle. That's your action out of the dock. And from leaving the dock, you had to back it up. You know, you had to slow down your throttle to hit certain cues to match. So because if you don't, and I don't know if some of you who have ridden Finding Nemo know this, or if you've experienced this, but if your helmsman isn't a good helmsman, they don't know what they're doing, or if they're not paying attention, they miss cues. And when they do, you get that nice little awkward silence for about a good 20 seconds to maybe a minute, where you just go in and all of a sudden the scene is just dead. Nothing's happening. Just the helmsman either hopefully like embarrassed or just trying to push through it. But, you know, it happens. Sometimes it happens and it's not the helmsman's fault. But, you know, like, if you miss a cue, man, that's that real awkward silence. And it usually happened in the caves. You'd be missing it by, like, the jellyfish scene or the volcano scene. So the entire volcano scene where they find Nemo just be done. Awkward silence. But in honor of my first Tomorrowland attraction, I figure we'll play this mini game. So to move around, you lean left stick in the direction you want to go. So I'm now playing Finding Nemo. I'm in the lagoon. Oh damn, that is a big clownfish. Okay. I gotta breathe. I'm going to town here with story time. But yeah, so in attractions, you could take on 3 or more, but it's recommended 3. So, and a lot of the attractions were, hello. Oh, I got him. Yay. So all I got to do is swim or what? Oh, wait. Oh. I think I got to hide. Oh, nope. Okay. Hiding. I am looking like the coral. Okay, he's looking for me. Okay. Makes sense. So, again, when you did attractions, you got to, wow, pick 3 attractions. So, you would start with either Finding Nemo or I believe Star Tours was a starting attraction, and maybe Buzz Lightyear was a starting attraction. But there's 2 attractions that would be your 3rd attractions. So, the 2 attractions that would be the 3rd, like the last one you could learn, would either be the monorail or it would be Space Mountain. I'm trying to see if I can hear them. 2, 1. Oh shit. Okay. Did I do it? Okay. Alright, we did it. So we made it for Nemo. Alright. So I never got to learn the monorail or Space Mountain. But I would have loved to learn the monorail. The monorail would have been a really fun one, as I've had a fascination with it, but... Oh, get it. Got it. So, Space Mountain I didn't care too much for. 2, 1. There we go. Okay. So I made it. And I gotta get one more secret. So my attractions were Finding Nemo. And then Autopia was my second one. Oh, Autopia I think could have been a first attraction as well. That was my second one. My third one was the Magic Eye Theater and the Astral Orbiter. And the Astral Orbiter was a combination. So it was combined with the Magic Eye Theater. So you would do little rotations. And back then, oh shit. We were doing the Season of the Force. Hold on. Okay, I think that means we're done here. Okay. I think we got it. But you had the Magic Eye Theaters during Season of the Force. So it wasn't Captain EO. It was like the Star Wars Jedi story, and I did that for a while before I ended up in Star Wars Launch Bay. Really? Okay, he's got to look. Okay, let's see if I can make this real quick. Oh. Okay, come on. Let's see if I can get this. There, one. Got it. Nope, you ain't gonna find me. I'm good. Nah, this is simple. I'm getting competitive now. I gotta beat this. So, but yeah. So my attractions again. It was Finding Nemo, Autopia, the Magic Eye Theater, and the Astro Orbiter, and then eventually it was Star Wars Launch Bay, and that's where I would end up becoming a lead. So that's where I would be in charge of attractions, retail, and entertainment. So I would be in charge of all the characters like Chewbacca, and oh, okay, I'm hearing him. Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, Rey. There we go. We'll hide. Nice. Did I do it? Did I do it? Okay. Nice. Got it. Okay. So I think I beat it. Alright. So, yeah. When I became a lead for Star Wars Launch Bay, I was in charge of 3 different departments. I was in charge of attractions. That was the people that would sign up the kids for the Jedi show, to train to be a Jedi. We'll go ahead and we'll quit that one. That was a good one. So we'll quit that one. We'll go back to the park. We'll do a little walk around so I can show you Launch Bay and talk about the Tomorrowland attractions. So, hopping back to Disneyland. Yeah, this is my second ride. You can hear the music too. I don't know if you can hear it necessarily on your end. I can kind of hear that a little bit. It's a little song. It's a jingle. It's a great big beautiful tomorrow by the Sherman Brothers. So they featured it in the it was the Sherman Brothers. It was in the Carousel of Progress in the New York World's Fair, and then the Carousel of Progress actually was here. It's still decked out as Innovention, so they didn't do the Star Wars Launch Bay overlay here yet. So you still had the Innoventions thing. You didn't have the arch that kind of went over from that side over here. The building still moved. You could still see Tom Morrow. Interesting note, when I worked here in Launch Bay, there's a spot that you can actually go. That's a tribute. The guy's interrupting my shot. So you can kind of go downstairs, and like through little cubbies, you can find like a little tribute shrine, in a way. It was a shrine dedicated to a cast member, I believe one of the only ones who lost their lives that, was such a big public deal. Deborah Stone. So she worked the attraction when it was America Sings, and back then, the walls, as you could tell, there's 2 different sets. You had your exterior walls and you had your interior with the stage. So essentially the crowd inside moved. Excuse me, but the show itself wasn't, right? So, for those who don't know the story of Deborah Stone, she was a host, and in this show, in America Sings, during the beginning, there was a transition, right? You transitioned, you'd have the show start, the screen would go down, the audience would move, and you'd move on to your next scene. Well, I guess Deborah Stone, she got caught up in the wall, and she tragically had lost her life, being pulled pretty much, she got flattened by this ride. So, fun thing though, they do have a tribute for her in the ride. So, I think I still have pictures somewhere. I took pictures of the shrine back when I used to work here, but in honor of her, it was crazy. That attraction, I believe, only lasted maybe a year or so. Before they took those animatronics out, and then they went to Splash Mountain. And we had Innoventions, right? So, when I came in here, they did the soft opening for Launch Bay, I believe, in 2015, 2016. But when I was a lead, My office was right up there. So you'd go through this little gate right here, go up the stairs, and right over there to the right, that was my office. So there's also our break room. That was also the way in to the Marvel HQ. No guest was allowed that way. They would only I think they could go up that way back then. That was how you just get straight to Marvel HQ. That's when they had like the attraction posters. That's where you could see the Iron Man suits. You can meet Thor by going to Asgard. You had your whole little bit, like you had the throne room. I wish I still had this picture, but I had a picture on the throne in Asgard, and it was badass. Like, badass. And I don't have it anymore. But I do got a picture with Thor in the throne room still, so I guess that's okay. But this is where I would spend majority of my days. That was where I loved it. That's where I thrived. So as a lead in Launch Bay, you were, like I said, in charge of 3 different departments. So you ran attractions. So you had your cast members that were posted up out here in the front that pretty much told the guests, and this is still stuck in my head, you never wanted to call it a museum. It was an interactive exhibit that you could walk through and interact with props from the Star Wars movies. You could interact with characters. You could play games. But they just never wanted to call it a museum. You could not call it a museum. You had your cast members in the front. You had your cast members here at the exit. You had your cast members that used to be right here. There was a podium that you'd have it set up, and it was for the Trials of the Jedi. And in 2017, 2017, I took a lot of hits for that show. So a lot of angry parents, a lot of parents that would show up at rope drop. They wouldn't bring their kids. So the whole premise of this, for those who don't know, it's the Trials of the Jedi, I believe. You would sign up your kid. Your kid, I think, had to be between the ages of 4 to 12, had to be a certain height, had to answer their own questions, because they were going to go on stage over here in the terrace. They would go on stage, and they would train to be a Jedi. So you'd go up here. They'd have their little robes. They'd have their training lightsabers. They'd come in. The Jedi Master would come out here on stage, right here. So you'd have your students all spread out here. You had your Jedi robes. You had your lightsabers. You had the instructor on top right here on stage. He'd come out. He'd teach them a combination. Left shoulder, right shoulder, to the head, duck. Left shoulder, left leg, block. And that's it. You're done. Once the kids learned the routine, then the show would be invaded by stormtroopers who would come down the stage from over here. They'd come down the stage. You'd have Darth Vader, I believe, come up from the bottom, right? Because this would be down. That would be down. You'd have Darth Vader come up, and then he would also bring Darth Maul with him. So the Darth Vader would stand up here, Darth Maul would hop down here, and the kids would go toe-to-toe with the characters. It was a really cool show. Really, really good. I believe they ended it before I was even done at Disney, though. So the thing is, though, in order to sign up, you had to bring your kid with you first thing in the morning, because those spots booked quick. I'm talking like the first hour and a half. Like, they would be flooding this whole area. The stairs, full. Ramp, full. Everything going around the building, completely full. And I dealt with so many guest complaints back then. I tried to make it work for a lot of people. So I went through it. Quite a bit for the little Jedi show. But I have a lot of great memories here. Here's another way that we could go in and out. You can go up the stairs here. There's our other way into Avengers HQ up there. Or Avengers with the Marvel Superhero Showcase. Can you do anything with these phones? That'd be cool. Can I, like, nothing? I can't call nobody. Just checking. But I spent a lot of time here. Aside from that, you had entertainment, or I guess attractions cast members posted inside the building. So you had them posted inside, wandering around the main floor. You would have them posted with the games, and you'd have them posted around the character meet and greets. So you'd have a cast member, for the light side, you'd have them for the dark side. And, we would just do simple rotations there. So on top of that, though, there was a store in this building where I was in charge of that, too. And they had a lot of very valuable things. They had a lot of high-end props. They had a lot of costumes. One Darth Vader outfit in particular that was worth $6,000. And a lot of foot traffic. A lot of foot traffic there. And lastly, the final department that worked inside that building is entertainment. So you had Darth Vader meet and greets, you had Chewbacca meet and greets, you had Boba Fett, eventually you had Kylo Ren, you had Rey Skywalker, you had all these people that you could meet. And that was it. That's their own circus, right? It's their own show. But as the attractions lead, my job was to be there to either open the building, close the building, sometimes both. So I'd show up at maybe 6 in the morning. I'd get the cast together. We'd do our morning roll call. We'd put it all out there, right? Put out what the business was for the day. And we'd make magic happen, you know. I think Pizza Port changed. They added the Martian Men now. So I'm kind of reliving it, you know. Oh, look, there's a Stitch. Maybe I'll go do some interactive stuff now. Take a break from storytelling. But how are we doing so far, guys? How are we enjoying the stream?
You find lunch for Stitch?
I find you sandwich? I find Stitch sandwiches? Oh, look at how awesome. Okay, I'll come back with sandwiches for Stitch. Alright. So, you have your Space Mountain. Okay, so they still had Captain EO. Nice. I loved the Captain EO show. You can actually watch that online on YouTube. If you haven't seen Captain EO, is the one show with Michael Jackson with his little ragtag band. Oh, hold on. If you hear the music, that's Space Mountain. That's the modern music from 2005, back when they redid it. So, love the music. Love Space Mountain. Probably one of my favorite attractions in Disneyland. Next to Pirates, of course. So, but the Captain EO tribute, they brought that back after Michael Jackson passed away in 2009, because it was there for a minute, and then they took it out. I believe in the 90s when they did like a slight overhaul of Tomorrowland. They brought in Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. And that was there, I think, pretty much until they brought the tribute show back. I do miss the Starcade. Look, you got your, it was the Captain EO shirts. I think I need a magnifying glass to get that, so. The attention to detail in this game, guys, I think this is probably hands down the best theme park game that we got. Everything looks like I remember, minus the little mini games here, of course. But like that with the light up Mickeys and the Star Traders, always one of my favorite sites for some reason, and they nailed it. They nailed it down all the way to like the light pattern. So it's beautiful. I think that was your popcorn, and you got your churro cart right here. You got your churros here. You know, I remember getting my Star Wars flavored churros here. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear, I think right now. Oh, rest in peace. Okay, so back when I used to work at Disneyland, they still had fast passes. They still had the paper ones. I still actually have a book of re-ads that I would issue out back in the day. Here, these were your paper fast pass machines that you would get, right? So as a guest, once you scanned your ticket in, this is the old days. You would just, if you wanted to return to a ride for any point in time, you would go to these kiosks, you'd slide your theme park ticket in, you'd get another ticket that had your return time, and you had an hour. And that was that. But I think by the time I was leaving in 2017, they were introducing Max Pass. And then Max Pass got replaced with Genie Plus. So I think Genie Plus is actually getting replaced this year too by like Lightning Lane Select. So it's interesting to see it, but found it. There we go. Good job, Buzz. I think Tomorrowland could really have used some love. So back when I worked in Tomorrowland, I saw a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I saw a lot of stuff that was left behind. I had seen leftover rocket rod pieces. We've got to see things from behind the scenes at Nemo. But for those who don't know, this track up here was at one point the People Mover, and then for a very short minute it was the rocket rods. So they still have the loading platform up here, and I mean you could still like it's a queue up there, like abandoned, and it's crazy. So I really wish they would bring back the People Mover or something, because when it was the rocket rods, it was that whole building starting with Buzz Lightyear, and it would lead all the way down to this little hat shop. So from here, I think, but you were down below. Like, you'd end up going inside and up top, and you'd ride the people mover or the rocket rods. And you can kind of still see the track, I think. Because it would go up and it would follow with the monorail pretty much. Like, oh yeah, that's it. That's the rocket rod track, or the people mover track, because it would go through interventions. And it's funny because I think this spot used to be the tower that would launch you in the sky buckets, the little gondolas, through the Matterhorn Mountain, through that hole over yonder. And you'd end up in Fantasyland. I think they actually still have that building in this game. But there's no hole in this mountain. Alright, well. There is a hole in the real mountain, and you used to be able to fly through it, so you could hear. Okay, that's cool. I know I'm just kind of listening to it, right? But like, it's the theme park sounds. So I got to hear this every day. I got to see the fireworks. My favorite time of working at Disneyland was during the Christmas season, because everything was lit up. And from the lagoon back here, you could barely make it out, but you could see Small World. And when Small World was decked out, that whole place was lit up. You could see it from the subs. From Autopia, I used to work. Whoa, hello, there we go. I used to work. There's a spot right here. Oh, cool. I think it became first-person view. There's a spot here. I think it was like Auto 2 or something like that. The Auto 2 or Auto 3, one of them. One was posted here. The other one got to roam. So you got to walk the track. That was probably my favorite position when I worked Autopia. Was being able to walk the track is like Auto 3 or something. Yeah, because you were the roamer, so you had to make sure that if anybody was stopped or they're broken down for whatever reason, like, you just go give them a nice little jump start, and you start their Autopia cars and get them moving. Make sure people weren't bumping, but you pretty much got to walk the track, and that was fun. I had a blast with that. Fun fact over here too, guys. This used to be an attraction itself. This was a loading dock back in the olden days of Disney. These used to be the Phantom boats. Oh, look, it's a hidden Mickey. Can I take a picture with my camera? Can I take a picture of a hidden Mickey? Does it work? Okay. Oh, it does work. Picture. Nice. I gotta start getting, like, all the equipment. I gotta start getting all the goodies, so I can do more stuff around here. See, there's hidden Mickeys around here. But yeah, these are the Phantom River boats that you can go around. It would ride out all the way towards, I think, what the lagoon is still now. But the track is different. So, oh, you can hear the music. It's a small world. Oh, there's the Queen of Hearts. Let me go meet her real quick. That's a very nice touch to this game, believe it or not. It's just to be able to hear the music as it was in the theme parks. Like, for those who haven't experienced Disneyland, this is the best way to experience Disneyland, because they got all the way down to the sounds, the sights, the scope. Everything feels like exactly how I remember going as a guest. There you go. Give me a high five. Alright. Good job, Queen. So I could run around this park for hours. So, there's the Small World. Over here they had your parade route. So you had your little lagoon dragon. I think he's still here. Yep, there he is. See, like, the music is perfect. Like, from just when I would walk around the park. Yes, this is exactly what you would hear. They did so good making this game, bringing it to life. Like, the textures. That was a little hidden box. Let me go ahead and take that hidden Mickey picture real quick. There you go. I get it. I got a hidden Mickey. Come on now. Did it work? I got 2 out of 23. Right. Like, the details, man. There's a little river. Got the boats. Are they facing the right way? Those boats are not facing the right way. Y'all got me messed up. You got the boats facing the wrong way. Yeah, definitely not that way. So, shame on you guys. For those who've been to Small World, The boats go that way. They go out that way and inside the building. They end up coming out this way. Is it gonna actually hit at a certain time? Does the thing open? I know I gotta talk to Goofy, but I'm having too much fun exploring this. You can actually ride the attraction. It's a small world. Okay. There's another hidden Mickey. Alright. Damn, there's 23 hidden around this park. And I'm just kind of running into them all, so that's nice. Alright. I did have a lot of memories going through this part of the park too, so I was here when this did. It was Mickey and the Magical Map, so definitely after the Princess Fantasy Fair. Well, I'll go say hi to Belle, I'll say hi to Ariel, get my hugs. They did the Princess Fantasy Fair. I think at one point they did. There's the Lion King was actually the most recent one. But when I did it in 2017, it was Mickey and the Magical Map. It was such a good show. I loved it. I wish they'd bring it back. Thank you for the dance. Thank you, milady. Thank you for the dance. Alright. One more. Give me a hug. Alright. I don't have her autograph book, though. Okay. So, I think, is that really like a mini game that you could do? It's an attraction. The Princess Fantasy Fair, huh? Okay. That's just interesting. I'm down to go by the Tiki Room. Okay, so you got Ariel. Now, we did a lot of like back and forth through Toontown because that was the quickest way to get a Team Disney Anaheim or TDA. So, if you're working backstage, you kind of hung out in this area at TDA. That was your spot. You had your Eat Ticket, or it was the Eat Ticket restaurant. That was your little cafe. It was your learning center. It was where Traditions cast members would go. So, fun stuff. And I'll show you the door that I would go through to get backstage. But yeah, I would hang out there. I'd have friends in other areas. So, funny thing is, like, through Disney, we were able to make so many friends. I got to hang out with cast members all across the resort, and we did stuff. Like, we hung out through extracurricular activities. We did stuff like the Autopia, or Hauntopia, right? Or Hauntopia for Halloween. They would have the cast members come in at night. You would dress up, be all decked out like you're a zombie, and you'd wander the tracks of Autopia. And they had the cast members got to ride through and see you. There was one big event. This is back in 2015, I believe, when I first came back. It was a cast member show, and it was for charity. It was called Flashback. So for Flashback, you split up the resort into like 3 or 4 different teams. You had your red team, you had orange, you had green, and you had blue. And every team consisted of different stuff. Like blue team, I think, was security and guest relations. Red team was like the east side of Disneyland. So that was Tomorrowland. I think a little bit of Fantasyland, a little bit of Main Street, but I think it was like attractions and custodial. But we got to really bond over doing the show called Flashback. And when I did it, the only year I did it, I was on red team. Red team took home the prize that year. We had heart. We were the fan favorite, and we were the crowd favorite, or like the judge favorite in show. So we actually had a really good show. Our premise was it was a day custodian, and he was kind of just fed up with his job, and overnight he got to hang out with a couple figures. He got to hang out with Indiana Jones, Madame Leota, and it was one other person. Oh, it was the Main Street conductor. I'm so sorry, I got tongue tied here. The Main Street conductor. So the conductor, Indiana Jones, Madame Leota, took this day custodian on an adventure overnight, and it changed his view of Disney, changed his worldview, got him to kind of like get over his BS and kind of appreciate what he had. And we kicked ass that year, so those are fun memories. But so this spot actually holds it holds a special place in my heart. So this fountain here, which isn't here anymore, let me actually see if I can do something real quick. I know you're gonna see that, but I'm gonna try to see if I can bring this up. while I kind of have Disney up. Let's see if I can bring Disney up at the same time. So, maybe not. We'll see. I'm going to bring this up, though. So, when I first started, maybe I don't have it. Do I not have it? I guess not. When I first started here, though, I had, that spot was where we took our photo. So, let me see. We took our photo there for Traditions. So, Traditions is a class that you come in, and that's where you drink the Kool-Aid. You drink the Disney Kool-Aid, and you're in it, man. Like, you're just surrounded with inspirational stories of what Disney does for families, what you could do as a cast member, what Disney meant to you growing up. And you'd be greeted by Mickey Mouse. You'd get your name tag. You'd get your onboarding paperwork. You'd get to go inside, and you get to find out how the 4 keys, which was the 4 keys at the time. They changed it, I think, the 4 key basics before I left. But it was the 4 keys. And you got to see how it all worked together. And for my first class, back in 2011, December 6th, we got a picture right here on that fountain. And made some lifelong friends along the way because of that spot. So, yeah, I hold that place pretty dear. But it's changed. The whole land's changed now. So, it's no longer just, it's not Toontown. It is, but fountain's gone. I think that's just a park now. This whole area has been completely revamped. It's a park. Goofy's house is, I think, a little different. The biggest overhaul was right about here. So what was that, the 5 and dime? The 5 and dime's gone. This is gone. It's now a Mickey and Minnie fountain, and this is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So one of my favorite attractions at Disney now. Actually, yes, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is probably one of my favorite attractions, and it's funny. It's a newer attraction, but I love it. And I know a lot of people don't like the new style of the Mickey Mouse cartoons, but I really love the new style of the Mickey Mouse cartoons. I like their humor. I don't know. It vibed with me. I vibed with the humor like a lot. So it's now a theater. It's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Highly recommend it if you haven't got to experience it, or at least check it out on YouTube. It's such a fun ride. So let's go say hi to Pluto. What do we got? High five. No? No high fives. All right, we're good. Hook it up, buddy. Nice. There we go. I know I still got to go back and talk to Goofy, but just having fun kind of just roaming around Disneyland and just kind of talking about it. So, what better way to do it, right? Okay. Okay. Get your dance. Ooh, excuse me. Wait. I can do the autograph, but can't I? Can't I give the autograph? Yes. Autograph? I think because he's one of the Fab Five. Paw print. There it is. Good autograph. That's cool. 3. Oh, the Sensational 6. That's right. Because it's Minnie, Mickey, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy, Pluto. The Sensational 6. This, if you hear the music right now, is Steamboat Willie. That was the first cartoon that Mickey Mouse himself appeared in as Steamboat Willie. And the only voice was Walt Disney. The first original Mickey Mouse voice. Hi, Karen. I can't hear you, Karen. Okay.
How about conducting the singing tiki?
Oh, yes. We can go check out the singing tikis. Oh, there's Mickey again. So, actually, I should be able to see Goofy. Goofy should be right here. Look at that. I found him. Yes, you would. I know you would. Okay. Got it. Love that they have Bill Farmer back doing the voice, too. I mean, he's been a voice, right? He's been Goofy's go-to guy since the 90s. He gave us the best version of Goofy. He gave us Dad Goofy. I don't know what you're saying, Goofy, because the audio sucks, but I'll go ahead and give you a high five. We'll do a dance, do an autograph, say what's up. There it is. Alright. Well, goddamn, Goofy. Alright. Let's go ahead and get my autograph. Come on. Yep. Gonna sign that. And that's, I think, 4. I forget. Maybe 4. 4 out of the 6 of the sensational 6. That's right. Okay, so I can do that with Daisy and Minnie. And did I not? 4, 5, 6. I just need to do 2. Fine. Donald Duck's hat is on the Matterhorn. Okay. I'll do that later. Let's go get Minnie's autograph real quick and go get a hug. And then we'll go find Daisy. I'm not too sure where Daisy's at in the park. I think she might be on Main Street. Yeah, we'll find Donald's hat in a second. It's near Matterhorn. Another thing I forgot to mention, when I came back to Disney, I came back... It is the Fab... Oh, it is the Fab 5. High five to all the Fab 5. Okay, so there's Sensational 6, so I guess Daisy's just included now. When I came back in 2015, that was during Disneyland's 60th anniversary, and they were doing the Diamond Celebration. So the name tags were cool. You had your diamond-themed name tags. The whole theme of it was amazing, diamond-themed, right? They did Disneyland Forever fireworks, and that show makes me break to this day. Probably my favorite one. My favorite fireworks beforehand was the 50th anniversary special, but because of the 60th anniversary with Disneyland Forever, that fireworks show got me in the best way. It was the ending, I think, when Peter Pan, I guess, kind of said some. I forget what his line was, but as he spoke, you could see Walt and Mickey kind of walking off into the distance. And it hit. For some reason, that hit good. But yeah, the Diamond Celebration was definitely something cool. I got to see a lot of cool stuff. I actually got to go in the Haunted Mansion. I don't know why they let me in, but they let me in the Haunted Mansion during the Diamond Celebration. And I got to see the ride behind the scenes. I got to see the ballroom. What's going on, Henry? How we doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. How's your day going, bud? Just hanging out here talking Disney memories. Talking Disney memories and running around the theme park. But how's your day going, man? I was just talking about back in 2015 when I had hired back on. I hired on during the Diamond Celebration of Disney. So I came back. Well, actually, it was 2014 because 2015 was the Diamond Celebration. So I hired on a little before that. So I was already kind of here. I was in Tomorrowland Attractions. They gave us our Diamond name tags. They were previewing. It was Paint the Night, the parade. Probably my favorite. So the 60th anniversary had the best parade, had the best fireworks. And just all around, it was just a whole different vibe at the time. But yeah, the Paint the Night parade was epic. The Disneyland Forever fireworks show was even more incredible. And when I got to explore, I got to explore the... well, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just hanging out, relaxing, playing some Disney, reminiscing about the Diamond Celebration. It's probably my favorite bit, man. Talking about when I got to actually go in and explore the Haunted Mansion. I don't know which friend of ours did. I think it was during when we were doing the charity show for Flashback. So when we did the charity show, we got to go through the Haunted Mansion into the ballroom. So we got to go down and we got to see how they did the ghost effect. We got to check out the table. We got to walk through the long hallway because that's how you got to the room. And then we got to do a tour of Pirates of the Caribbean and see the boat. You got to go in from the caves onto the ship, and it was interesting, but definitely got to see a lot of stuff that you can never see as a guest, you know. So it was cool. Well, okay, so that's 4 out of 23 of the hidden Mickeys. This is all gone. Everything here, right here, is just toast. It's gone. I do miss this. The Big Thunder Ranch, the barbecue spot. Oh, the music too, man. Man, yeah, all this. I remember all this before it disappeared for Star Wars Land or Galaxy's Edge. There used to be a little theater back here too. And actually, there it is. Okay, so it's even here. This is where they did little Hunchback of Notre Dame shows. And for those guests that got to stay a little later, they kind of like pushed them all in there. That was like a little holding pen. If you got a little extra hour, you'd hang out here until the park cleared out, and then they'd kind of let you loose. I remember we got to see the turkey here, the Thanksgiving turkey that was always pardoned, right? So we got to see that. You can meet Santa in this little shack. Man. Have you been to Disneyland, Henry? Have you seen this place? Like, any favorite memories when you were here? I got tons of memories, but I'm opening up a little Q&A, so if you have any questions about my time when I worked here, or just any questions about Disney in general, I'm your guy. I'm your guy today. So, yeah, this whole place is completely different. Completely different. So now, you got 2 different entryways, into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from here. There's still the tunnel, so that's still there. It's a little bridge. Okay. No clam jumping at Big Thunder Mountain. It's kind of interesting that it's that close. It's not that close, but still. Look at that. Alright. I guess you could ride Big Thunder Mountain. That's cool. Sorry, if you want me to go do missions and stuff too, guys, like I'll go do missions. I'm just I'm having fun running around here, seeing how the park used to look before they changed it up. They still have the petrified tree. That was a gift from Walt Disney to his wife. So that's cool. Huh. I'm getting all the money I need to get my outfits. So okay, so cool. So when my wife and I went to Disneyland recently, they actually still had the band playing here. Different band. I think they dressed up as pirates. Yeah, so got Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what? Let's go inside. Let's do some Pirates of the Caribbean action. Let's see what's up. I love hearing that music. They even make it look like the beginning of the ride. Down the bayou. So, see a hungry crocodile. Left trigger, right trigger to hit him. See a hungry crocodile. It's the same thing. I want to row forward. Okay, so use the left stick to row. And then use the oars to... So, that's nice. You're in the bayou. Okay. Makes you really feel like you're in the Pirates ride. Alright. Well, we're in the boat. Okay. Hold on now. Buddy, what are you doing? Come on. Okay, come on. Am I just like going... Okay. I know my steering's not that bad, guys. There you go. I just gotta figure it out. Is this like motion control or what? Because he is really not. Oh, smack this fool. Alright. Oh, I missed. Alright, that's fine. I'm like, this steering is absolutely abysmal. Come on, buddy. What? Alright, is this like steering? No. Interesting. I do not suck at games. I don't suck this bad. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I got 3. Wait, he hit me still? Okay, hold on. Okay. You gotta do better than that, bud. You're steering the boat in all the wrong ways. Oh God! Come on, Chiefy. Oh, I see the gator. Come on, gator. Well, we're just gonna end up hitting this thing. Okay, there you go. Smack. Bye. Okay. Buddy. Oh, he's right here. Smack. Bye. Smack. Come here. Gator. Oh, he's quick. Come here. There you go. I got him halfway done. Except, I can't steer this boat to save my life. I don't know why. Oh, come here. Smack him. Okay, 7. I'm not gonna play more of the Pirates levels after this. Okay. Come on. Come on, give me another gator to smack. Come here. Okay. Oh, you're everywhere. Okay. Did I get him? Alright. Nope. Oh, wow, you're quick. Okay. So I got 1 more to hit. And I gotta get this boat fucking out of here, because this is abysmal. Yeah, I know. Keep on hitting him, buddy. There's a gator here, I think. Did I miss him? I think I might be done. Okay. Get out of here. Be done with this one. That was bad. I don't know what it was with the controls, but that was terrible. Alright, so he's gone. He made it. I still can't hear you, buddy. So, oh man. True. True that. Alright, so we going. Let's go. Oh! Smack. Oh, he ain't going down without a fight? Alright. Okay, come on. Are you stuck? How are you stuck? See, how the hell? Alright. It's alright. Let's go to the park. That ride is killing me right now. Let's see a bit more plot. Yeah. Alright. Well, I tried that ride. I tried the ride. The try didn't try too hard. No, I didn't do too good with that ride. For some reason, it was not playing nice. Hello. No, goodbye. Alright, let's see. A lot of good memories here too, guys. Back when I had the Columbia here, they actually served McDonald's fries here. There was a time when Disney had a deal, and they served the McDonald's fries here before they served like the clam chowder or something. But dude, when I tell you, like, oh, that was fun. Those are the dude. Their French fries were something fierce.
I bet you're having fun helping Goofy.
I'm definitely having fun. And then of course comes Splash Mountain. So rest in peace, Splash Mountain. I know there's a way if you looked at it from a certain angle, and I didn't even really put this together myself until a while ago. But like if you pointed your camera at a certain way, The tree itself, based with the hill and everything, it was supposed to look like rabbit. It's supposed to look like Brer Rabbit's head or something. And I know this game isn't doing it justice, but it did. It looked like Brer Rabbit's head with the mountain. Ah, the music too, man. I miss the music. And I think also the Davy Jones canoe boats, I think, are gone. So I think they are gone. This whole land is completely different. So down here, you used to be able to go to the Hungry Bear. This is actually a walkway now. It's still there, actually. The Hungry Bear is still there, but you can go down below. Where it would normally end, you can now go all the way into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So it's another connecting point. So you had, what, 3 ways of getting in. You had this way, then you had the other 2 where Big Thunder Ranch is, or where the barbecue was. So Briar Patch, that's closed. That's becoming a Tiana's store. I think Winnie the Pooh is down right now. Look at that too, man. A relic of the past. A relic of the past. So Splash Mountain Disney Fast Pass distribution. So that's where you had your tickets, right? And then you'd be able to return all the way up to the front here. Winnie the Pooh. This whole video is gonna be copyrighted. This whole VOD with all the Disney music. And there's Splash Mountain. So you had your Fast Pass queue. You had your standby queue here. Right now it's closed. It's in the process of being transformed into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But you can hear the music. Hold on. I know Piglet. I'll say hi to you, Piglet. We'll go ahead and say hi. I'll get my hug, my picture. But like, man. I miss it. I miss it, man. So, miss the ride. I know it's gonna be cool though when it comes back to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Miss the little spot here. Damn. Yep. I used to hang out in the exit here all the time. They had the little penny machines. You could go in and get your little press coins. This is where the handicapped people would wait to get in. Man. That's true. You would think that Piglet would be scared of a hug, but you know what? It's me, man. It's like nobody's scared of a hug from me. And the goat, they missed me. Gotta get my hug in from Pooh. Everybody. I think I gotta get their autograph book too, though. But my God, man. I think this is all closed down right now too because they're digging it all up. So I don't know if this part necessarily is getting torn out. I think they're still keeping the candy shop. They are keeping Winnie the Pooh. But I know, like, the front, and I'll run by it again real quick. That's all just, it's gone. Like, they're digging deep. So, I think Fresh Bake did a video on this. He was riding the train. So, the train's actually moving around now. So, but from, I think, like, everywhere here, they were excavating. Digging it all out. So it's confirmed you're getting the Ula? Dude, what color is the Ula? Is it black, red, blue? I'm excited for you, man. I'm happy that you're getting it. It's red. Oh, you got yourself a red one too. So now you are the head of the table, huh? Head of the fucking table with your authentic red Ula. You gotta get your own little stand for it, bro. Like, you gotta get... You know those things? It comes in 2 colors, brown... Oh, so there's only brown or red? Okay, I'm learning something new every day. So how can I get me an Ula? I want to start one. I want to start an Ula. Nah, I don't think that would work out for me. I don't think I could do that. That'd be cool. I might have to get a brown one. Nah, if I did, I'd get red. I'd have to do red. But it's a cultural thing too, though, isn't it? Like that's Islander or come on, give me a hot fob, bro. Bear. There it is. I'm saving also Prince for the end. I got some pictures that I could share, like as we celebrate Disney. As we pass down handmade, yeah, it's a cultural thing for samosas. Samosas? Not kidding. I don't know, it has to be passed down, handmade. Damn. If only I was that cool. I'll get to live vicariously through you, though. That's an honorable thing for. I'm happy to see you get it, brother. Uh huh. Nah, I'm gonna stick with what you said. It's the samosas. Oh, the music. Oh. I know. Goddamn autocorrect. Ah, dude. Yeah. Hey, I'm saving some pictures for the end. I think I might wrap this up here in a little bit. It's been what? What are we looking at? We're looking at an hour, almost and a half. So, if you want to see a real trip down memory lane, brother, stick around. You get to see some old pictures. My glory days at Disneyland. I could probably do that now, actually. I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're at a good spot. I think I'm doing... Let me go back to Tomorrowland one more time. Or let's go to the front. Better yet, let me go through Fantasyland. Gotta go through my favorite spot. This whole tree is gone, dude. Should wear it for my birthday and SummerSlam. Hey, real quick, when is SummerSlam? What day is it again? It's on a Saturday, right? At least. And it's this month? Like in the next week or two, or what?
Hello. I hear Cinderella has an amazing.
If Roman returns and you have it. Oh, I know. Buddy, there's no other choice. Like, he's got to come back. It's August 3rd. Hold on. August 3rd is a Saturday. Okay. Well, then, great. I think you said you're able to host. Are you hosting this thing? I'm down to do SummerSlam. As long as, let's get the fucking crew and tell them to stop being a bunch of bitches. Alright. I'll throw down for it. I'll throw down for SummerSlam at your place, buddy. I know last time we had to be here. I know. Tell everyone to stop being a bitch. We're going to make it happen. We're doing SummerSlam. We're all going to go to your house and we're going to party it up. God damn it. Fucking guys. Nobody bitch out. Let me get my fix here. I'm going to go to the back of Fantasyland. I'm down. Yeah, I know last time was whatever, but this is SummerSlam. And I have a feeling your tribal chief is coming back. But that's just me looking at it from the outside. I know you know. Like, you gotta know something, because you work with the retail. I know you know, because of the merchandise, that something's happening. The motherfucker's gotta come back, right? Or if you don't know, you're gonna know. And, like, at least before the show starts. You can. Oh, for a second I thought you were saying something else. I was like, I put my ULA up for the. I was like, don't do that, dude. don't put it up. But yes, you can put it on your undisputed. Yes, that makes more sense. Okay, we're gonna start our final walk out of the park too while we talk. So we're gonna do this. I got this. We're at the Sword in the Stone. One of my favorite memories, being here at the Sword of the Stone. I got so many pictures here, be it even recently with my wife. But this is my favorite land, I think. My favorite land. So we're going to begin our journey out of Disneyland Park. We're going to go to the main gate. I got to walk through the castle. Say happy birthday to Disneyland. There's the center of Disneyland if you don't know. There's that little golden nail right there too. That is the center of Disneyland Park. The more you know. Going through. Yes. Disney Castle. Bro? Yes. Yeah, you have to go for the 70th birthday. Dude. So if they went all out for the 60th, like, I can only hope. So it's not like, you know, like the in-between years, they're weird because they don't really do too much for the in-between years. It's the every 10. Like the 50th, you know, that's your half a century. Like, they went all out. Everything was decked in gold. Then the diamond celebration for the 60th, everything was diamond. I don't know why they did something for the 68th. That's so weird. It was the year of 100, like the year of wonder. The Disney 100, the year of wonder. I don't know why they did it for the 68th anniversary of the park. I think it was for another reason. But for the Disneyland 70th birthday, yeah, I think we can go. So, I don't know if you saw these yet, but I got my tickets for, so it's the weekend after, so it's not SummerSlam weekend, it's the weekend after, but I got my tickets, we're going, D23, baby, We in. Shake that shit. Shake it. But we're going to D23 the following week, but I gotta stop with the money spending, so I gotta ease up because of my trip coming up here. So gotta pay my respects first. So happy birthday, Walt and Mickey. Look, see, I could even wave to them too. Happy birthday, you two. Happy birthday to Disneyland. We'll go to the front. I'll save the speech for when I get to the front of the park. Gotta say bye to my favorite Main Street shops. Bye to the little chili corner. They don't have the lights on here, which is funny because there's a little Easter egg for those who have like the red and white lights. There's one light because it's not even. There's one that's like red and white. It's like cut down the middle. The light is a twofer. It's a 2-for-1 special. It's my favorite though with the chili bowls. My favorite candy shop inside the Penny Arcade. Oh, Esmeralda, I think, was the other character. It wasn't Madame Leota, it was Esmeralda. That was the other character in the Disney flashback. There's Goofy. My other favorite coffee shop, Starbucks. Let's do that. And then, you know, the Emporium. Gotta show love to the Emporium.
Cinderella said.
So, say bye. This is where you really say bye. So, in that window up top, second level, is the light that never goes out. It's Walt's light, right? So it's lit in his honor, so it'll never go out. But that's where he stayed during the early days of Disney with his family. So that was their little hangout suite above the fire station. You can still see it today. I think there is a tour called The Walk in Walt's Footsteps. I think they still have it, that you can actually go inside the apartment and see it for yourself. So, but that was fun, man. See the hats, all souvenirs that they got. The posters, the attraction posters. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, and yes. It's just so authentic. Like, it's good. The only thing that they don't have is California Adventure. They're still that old. They kept the letters. Hold on. Okay, so see, like, I would love to see this game made, like, redone. 2025, like, make this game for the series consoles. Remake it. Add California Adventure. Add more adventures. That would be so much fun. But yeah, that California Adventure is not updated. That was even after this. Well, yeah, this game came out in 2017. That's totally different. That was the original California Adventure opening. Still had the California letters. Still had the Golden Gate Bridge. Still had Soarin' Over California. That's wild. So, but let's go to the Main Street Station real quick. From here, I gotta do Walt Disney's opening speech. So, for here, now that we're actually in the front of the park, maybe I'll just take it. No, I'll leave it here. He did the dedication speech somewhere else. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go see the dedication spot. Look at that. There's my attraction right there. Finding Nemo Submarine Village. Looks just like it. Like, the posters are 1-to-1. They did so good. So good. Okay. Let's go to the spot. We're gonna hang out here real quick. I know it's corny, but I gotta do it. So, think it's kind of like somewhere around here, but we here. In front of the park. Or in front of the light pole. We'll do the dedication speech. So, in honor of Disneyland's 69th anniversary, to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. And then Disneyland opened, and the rest is history. So, we'll go ahead, we'll call the game here, as I'm just having too much fun running around memory lane. But for those of you who stuck around, you get to see some pictures. I got some pictures for y'all, so we'll leave that there. Let me boot up one of my One of the first ones. So you'll get to see a couple things. Actually, I'll save that one for last. I'll save that one for last. You'll get to see a picture of me. This was during Flashback 2015. This is me on Red Team. So there's me, kind of like hanging off to the side. That was I'm not too good with names nowadays, so forgive me on the names. But this was my old crew. This was Joe. I remember Joe because he was the train conductor. I was the backup guy, so I did custodial dancing and all that stuff. I was the backup dancer. I was the dancer. So I was in that number. I was in like the Haunted Mansion number. This guy was Indiana Jones, train conductor, all the backup dancers. My first memory. So you're gonna see some other. Actually, here's another memory. Back when I was still working at Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage, we had our lead take us in. This is before they closed down the Marvel HQ upstairs. So one of my oldest pictures, wearing my little Nemo gear, my orange collar, my helmsman outfit, right? So that would be GSO. So that's the people that are in charge of doing like guest relations, not guest relations. It was like guest interactions. So they did guest control, GSO. So you had your GSO regular, you had your GSO lead, you had your Finding Nemo helmsman, and that was just like the outer coat. But that was one of our last pictures that we had in the Marvel HQ before it closed down. You'll see another one of my glorious pictures back in the day. So back when I was rocking that Nemo gear, when I was rocking the helmsman gear. It's in my prime back then, you know what I'm saying? So, another one of my favorite people. Her name was Marsha. I used to work with her. So, she was rocking the third shift custodial gear. I was just off work rocking my Nemo gear. So, that's how I looked. That was actually in Cars Land by Sarge's. So, they had already done the pressure washing. It's probably like at 12:30 at night. So I'd work a lot of late nights. Jump back in. This is actually before I quit. So my first round in Disney. So I came back. I ended up working with Marcia and Linda Ibarra. That was another cast member that I worked with. We were backstage in Cars Land. We were the Cars crew. So that was me rocking my third shift outfit. But that was kind of fresh after my pops had sadly passed away. So, I wasn't feeling it. But I wanted to get a picture with, the people that I cared about before I left. So I'll go ahead and jump on forward. You'll see me rocking my Star Wars Launch Bay lead outfit. I think actually that was probably one of my last days at Disney. So that was like within the last week, because I left I think in June, like June 1st. So this is my outfit. I had my keys, I was in charge. I had my radio, had it all set up here, my little earpiece, because I was running around the building. Yeah, it was one of my last things I did. We celebrated Star Wars, but that was it. And a little cantina. It was fun days. I'll show you in the same building. Actually, I think in the same spot, believe it or not. I'll go ahead and bring this picture up. Same spot. Nice. So, that picture was when I was working GSO for New Year's. So, as you could tell, another way you could tell from regulars to leads, the regulars had the red vests, the black ties. The leads had the blue ties and the nice little sweater tops. So, I was dapper. I was feeling myself, for that role. But we did New Year's. So, that's when I got all the party hats out, all the box of candy, all the cool stuff. Got all that stuff out and set it up for the closing cruise and for those that would come in later on to go work that New Year shift. So I actually dodged a bullet with that. Nobody wanted to do New Year countdowns. It was horrible. So, but with that said, we'll go ahead. We'll take it to the last memory that I have. They have another Batmobile at the cave. Yo, are you going to get it? Excuse me? Why? Is it $1,000 at the cave? Like, tell me no. That's terrible. I don't want $1,000? Hey, you gotta save your money. So, real quick, before I wrap this up, so this is gonna be my last picture, my last memory that I kind of want to talk about here. So, this was, I know the angle's weird, it didn't sit proper. I actually still have this somewhere. But this, hell yeah, it's really $2,000. Oh, ew. Well, hopefully you got a G line around. I gotta find out what you're talking about after the stream. So, we'll go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up here too in a second, bro. Cause I want to talk about this one. I'm gonna call it for the night, and then I'll hit you up. We'll jump on FaceTime. So fuck, it's my birthday month. So you want $1,000 for this thing next month? Speaking of, we're gonna have to figure out what to do for your birthday. So if it's in August, we gotta plan something out. So real quick, take donations. Can I give you a donation after my trip, dude? Like, you know, I gotta put money away. I'll definitely love to make a charitable donation, but you know, we got my Tokyo trip coming up. You know what I'm saying? Only live once. Hey, money comes and goes, dude. I think you can make a couple trades here and there, maybe get enough credit, get that Batmobile right where it belongs in your living room. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. So, real quick, real quick. This means a lot here. This is one of my, it's a picture that I actually have the frame lying around. So the reason why it says Michael, right, is because that was my father's name. So I got lucky because my middle name is Michael. So in a way, I got named after my dad. So, Michael Lewis, I should say. But anyways, after he passed, because one of his biggest things was he wanted to work for Disney. Let's see real quick. All the guys pitch in. Don't want anything for Christmas on my next 2 birthdays. I'll hold you up on that one. I might do it. I might pitch in. So, I'll tell the fellas too. We'll all pitch in. But, again, to this, ever since he died, he wanted to be, well, before he passed, he wanted to be a cast member. He said he would retire and he'd sweep up Main Street. He'd clean the trash cans out. Do all that fun stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, in a weird way, but in a cool way, I got to honor my father by doing this. So, I got to get the name tag made. And I got my 1 year, so that Steamboat pin is a 1-year service anniversary award. So, it's what you get when you put in your years of service at the resort. It's untouched. The name tag is still in its frame, and I actually have it here in the office. But in a way, this is like the last thing I got to do for my dad after. Actually, yeah, it was after he passed. No, I think I did give it to him. I gave it to him before he passed. His birthday was in April, so I actually got to do this in 2013, a couple months before he passed. That's right. So, it's all kind of coming back to me. I got the name tag done. I got it put in a frame, and I got to give him this. So this was actually at their house. So Mom did give it. She gave it back to me. So sorry, I feel like I'm a little choked up here. But before he died, I did get to make my father an honorary cast member. Gave him his real name tag. Gave him his real service anniversary award, and it's one of my favorite things. So, yeah. I don't know why I got tongue-tied all of a sudden, or like kind of choked up here, but yeah. I forgot I did get to give this to him when he was still alive, so that's probably my favorite memory of working for the Walt Disney Company is the stuff that I got to do for my family, you know, the people that mattered. So, that's right. Both dads watching and guiding us, brother. That's right, so, yeah, love you, Pops, but, so, I still have it. I'll have to pull that thing out. So, anyways, okay. I'll wrap this up before it gets any worse. So, thank you guys. Thank you, my brother Prince, for hanging out. I'm going to call you right after I'm done here, so hang tight. But for those of you that came through to celebrate Disney and to celebrate the Disneyland 69th anniversary and all that good stuff, or just wanted to hang out in general and listen to me run my mouth for an hour and a half, I appreciate you guys. So thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to be back tomorrow with the tribal chief. So we'll do some Mario Wonder. I'll try to do the NES World Championship because I want to test it out. I want to play it. But I think we could start from scratch too. I'll see. I don't know how it's going to work because I already have progress on my game prints. But we'll start from scratch. I'll replay it. I'll jump in your game maybe and see if I can like carry over progress or something because that'll be a fun one. I want to play Mario Wonder for real. So and if we can do that, that'll be perfect because that's a game I haven't beat yet. So like I think I'm like more than halfway done, but not. I don't think I'm anywhere close. So, but again, that's all for today, guys. So shoot, man, Dad's rocking Roman. Dad rocking Roman's dad all watching over us. There you go, look. For the Chiefs. For the Chiefs. There you go, brother. So, yep, Wonders tomorrow. Alright, I'll make sure to make that post then. I'll do a little bit. Let me do a test run with the championship. I want to test that first. But, no, you're going to be hanging out with me. I want to do a little challenge run. And then we're going to throw down on some Mario Wonder, alright? So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Happy birthday, Disneyland. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow with the Tribal Chief. Till then, peace.